It could be a bladder infection. We'll run a pregnancy test.
Oh, I'm not pregnant.
Any type of birth control can fail.
Not mine.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said you were married.
Yeah, happily.
It's okay. Sex can wane in any marriage over time.
No. We've never had sex. Oh, we kiss and cuddle, but neither one of us is interested in sex.
You're both celibate.
No, neither of us. Celibacy is a choice. This is our orientation. We're asexual.
Not quite sure what box to check here. You know that close to 1% of the population identifies as asexual?
You really gotta get you laid. I have to plow that furrow myself, so be it.
I have a patient who's asexual.
Is she a giant pool of algae?
It's a valid sexual orientation, according to this article at least.
Yeah, I think I read that too. Was that Fugliness Weekly?
She's perfectly fine looking. Happily married for 10 years.
A guy who loves penis enough for both of them.
He's asexual too. Ran a complete physical on her. Nothing wrong except a common bladder infection.
$100 says I can find a medical reason why she doesn't want to have sex.
You're out of your mind if you think I'm letting you anywhere near my patient.
Fine, I won't go near her. Just give me her file and any blood samples you have left over.
No contact whatsoever. You talk to her, the bed is void.
No contact. Plays to my strengths anyway.
Hormone levels are normal. This woman seems perfectly healthy. What does it matter if she says she's asexual?
It's the fundamental drive of our species. Sex is healthy. Orgasms oxygenate the brain, lighting up over 30 different areas and making us forget how boring Susie Cooper is. That last one may not be universal.
How about damage to her spinal cord blocking the signals from her genitals?
Sex drive is in the brain. I suppose it could be psychological intimacy issues caused by childhood abuse.
She's been sharing a toilet with the same guy for the last 10 years.
It's not the same. Sex releases oxytocin. It's a neurochemical basis for bonding.
And that's why men always marry their right hands.
It's different for girls.
No, it's not. I've tapped over 30 guys and never wanted to see most of them again. I live next to a Jewish frat.
We are veering wildly off track. Please continue.
This woman's life is probably better off without sex. Eliminates most of her insecurities, she's immune to most advertising, and can have honest relationships with men.
Not a lot of them.
We've run every test and ruled out all the options. You're gonna have to accept she just doesn't want sex.
Lots of people don't have sex. The only people who don't want it are either sick, dead, or lying.
So maybe she's lying. You think she's had a boyfriend on the side?
For 10 years, sticking around the whole time doesn't make sense. What does? Well, I just gotta do a standard battery of tests. Blood, urine, EEG.
Is that really necessary for a free flu shot?
Excuse me. I have to deal with someone who's having a panic attack.
I specifically said the bet was off if you contacted the patient.
Exactly. Never said anything about the patient's husband.
The deal was a medical reason why she doesn't have sex.
I admit I was stuck until I realized the medical issue was not hers, but his. She's lying to compensate. It's a tale as old as time. Boy meets girl, girl falls for boy, boy says, I'm asexual. Girl says, yeah, me too.
Your twisted logic can't hide the fact that tricking a patient into being tested is completely unethical.
Come on. Don't you think she deserves to know why her husband won't bend her over the kitchen counter? You love all that caring crap.
You're not doing this out of the kindness of your heart. You're not even doing this out of medical curiosity.
Thought I made it clear I'm doing it for the cash.
Two people are happy, and your natural impulse is to destroy it.
How do you know she's happy? Did she tell you?
No, chirping birds flew out of her butt carrying a banner.
All right, I admit that my natural impulse is to doubt people's claims to happiness, but yours is to be a sucker for them. You tell me which one is worse. You lose. Blood work shows high levels of prolactin. Add that to some peripheral red-green confusion, puts my money, excuse me, your money, soon to be my money, on a tumor near his pituitary. Probably started growing in his early teens.
Lowering his libido, causing erectile dysfunction.
You're on dopamine agonists, you'll be a sex-crazed creep just like the rest of us. Completely fascinated by Susie Cooper. I would prefer to be paid in a single $100 bill. Always wanted to use one to light a cigar.
Hooray for us. We disproved his asexuality. We also probably ruined his life.
He'll thank us. And he'll doze off, and then in a couple of hours, he'll thank us again.
It could destroy his identity. It's like a gay person being told they're really straight.
So don't tell him.
Yeah, why bother telling a guy he has a tumor growing in his head? He'll notice it eventually when it starts leaking out his ears.
It's a slow-growing tumor. He'll probably die of boredom long before that.
You always do this. You meddle and force me into impossible situations.
You knew the second you told me about this case that I'd get involved. You wanted me to meddle. Just no matter how much you wanted to believe in this chaste romance, you didn't buy it either.
How'd you even know to look for a tumor?
Well, Dr. House noticed hormone levels in your blood and consulted me as an oncologist.
Who cares how they found it? Okay, they found it. Are there any side effects to the treatment?
Some nausea, dizziness, and as the tumor shrinks, there will be behavioral changes.
Like what?
Well, the tumor interferes with certain natural systems. It lowers libido and causes erectile dysfunction.
You mean the treatment will make me want to have sex? What if I don't want the treatment?
I would strongly advise...
You have a brain tumor, okay? You have to have the treatment.
Okay, look, I know who I am, okay? And not one of them.
Hey, look, we'll adjust, okay? We can go through this together.
You mean have sex? I can't make you do that.
Maybe it won't be so bad.
It'll be terrible.
It's actually pretty fun. From what I remember.
But you said that...
I know. I wanted to spend my life with you. And I knew that meant making certain sacrifices. But a girl has needs.
MRI confirmed macroprolactinoma. He's doing the treatment.
And the wife? Come on. You saved a man's life. Course corrected two people's wildly screwed up worldviews. It's not bad for a day's work.
I think they were happy, even if it was based on lies.
Most happiness is. Better to have stooped and lost than never to have stooped at all.
We can't smoke in here.
We also can't summon people into the clinic based on a lie motivated by a petty bet. And yet it happens. It's an imperfect world.